Hello, everyone. Dr. Victoria Scarbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. It is time for the Taroscopes for the month of November, and I'm doing the water signs right now. And the next sign is Pisces. So this is the Taroscope for November for Pisces Suns, Moons, or Pisces Rising. You know, if you have a lot of 12th house stuff, that has an influence too. So perhaps you have a North Node in Pisces or a South Node in Pisces. So this will be an important reading for you. Okay, so let's take a look. Just trying to shuffle up. I'm using the top deck for the water signs. You know, why not? Be brave. Be brave, little fishies. All right. I just want to feel like this is nice and shuffled. Dealt? Shuffled. Okay. Let's just cut the cards. Cut the cards. Here we go. So this is for Pisces. The Devil. The Devil card. So, I kind of like this Devil card. Of course, I don't know if you notice, but this is a set of balls and pillars. What did they say in Stones and Pillars? I think they called it in oh my goodness, Game of Thrones. um, so we have a situation that you may feel that you are trapped in. Or the Devil card is not always a negative card. It can be a situation where you are responsible to do something, to take responsible action, perhaps. The Devil can also be addiction, which for many a Pisces is an issue. Pisces, very sensitive sign, and sometimes Pisces doesn't understand their sensitivity, and they're in a situation that is so toxic and harsh that they must sort of soothe and smooth the edges, and very often that's why they get addicted to substances, because it helps take them out of their pain body or their physical body, which is kind of one and the same. You know, your physical body holds a lot of emotional pain. And, you know, so oftentimes Pisces are called hypochondriacs because, you know, they're always in pain. Well, a lot of their pain isn't their pain, it's their psychic pain. It can be their pain, but very often it's the pain of the people around them because they're so sensitive. And so, you know, having a substance that puts a little cushion between those feelings in you is understandable, but ultimately not. It doesn't help you grow. Any addiction will hold you back from the light. It won't help you grow in the direction of the light. So as November begins, you're faced with a situation that keeps you from your light in some way. The challenge is, well, is that sometimes you have to juggle, you know, two things at once, which Pisces aren't really that hard. I mean, there's two fish there, right? They can do two things at once. Very often, you know, they use it as an escape mechanism. But what I want to say here is the challenge is to balance the physical and the spiritual, which with the Devil card is often how you work with the Devil card. You have to stay connected to spirit, and yet you have to be practical in nature, because the Devil card is the Capricorn card. And Capricorn is about, you know, building structures that will last. It takes a lot of work. Capricorn takes a lot of work. It's a lot of heavy lifting with Capricorn, which is what the Devil card is about. At the root, we have the Queen of Wands. The queens in the tarot are the sustainers. This is associated with the sign of Leo, so it's connected to your creativity. The Queen of Wands is the queen of her domain and the sustainer of spirit. And so spirit wants you to sustain it. Spirit, the heart, right? This is the heart. This is a heart card, really, the Queen of Wands. She is the Queen of Clubs in regular cards. But, of course, it's Leo, so Leo is ruled by the heart. And so there is this, at the root of this, is a real sustained fire of spirit. It's like an eternal flame. That is the fuel for this, for the work that's ahead for you. In the past, we have disappointment, the Five of Cups. This is sorrow. This is loss. Pisces knows this all too well. And Pisces feels other people's loss, too. So, Mars in Scorpio, which Mars is going to be in Scorpio all month. So, Pisces knows that feeling. And knows it also. The thing with Pisces is that you have to remember, Pisces, is this, especially at this time, there's so much pain and suffering in the pain body of the planet, in the people, and so much fear. And all of that can, if you let it, overcome you and overwhelm you. And so it's very important at this time. And maybe that's why we had the erect pillar here as the moment, is that you have to stand strong. You must stand erect in your power, balancing the spiritual and the physical, standing on the eternal flame that is the spirit within you, because it's been so overwhelming for Pisces. In the sky, we have completion. So there's a sense that something is coming to an inevitable conclusion. The circle is being closed. So it's like you put the circle around it, and now you can go on to the next thing. This is actually a Neptune card. And Pisces ruled by Neptune, so this is not something you're not used to either. This is staying connected to spirit. Through this process, it's going to be very important that you stay connected to spirit, because you're going to get your guidance that way. Don't waste your time on things that you have no control over. This is all about being aware of what that is, and then doing what you can and letting the rest go, surrendering to it. How it's seen from the outside, Pisces waking up, the sun shining, an illumination, a new path, perhaps. Your domestic situation is the star. This means that you need to spend your time seeking out, searching the stars, finding your guiding star, being inspired, sitting under the stars at night, meditating under a starry sky. That's what you need. That's very important at this time. You're really connected to spirit at this time. Hopes and fears is the Queen of Discs. Maybe you're worried about the responsibilities that having money does, right? But, having money takes care of a lot of problems too. So, we have, as the outcome, the Knight of Cups. Now, the Knight of Cups is somebody who offers love, who offers understanding. It's the dream, it's the ideal, but not the most reliable of folk here. So something is being offered, but you need to be aware. I almost feel like where you're at, you're too powerful to deal with the Knight. If you had a king, then maybe you'd consider it, but not a Knight. We have peace or truce, Two of Swords here. So something, again, something is settled. Defeat. Something is settled around a defeat. And illusions. Okay, so whoever this person or this energy that's coming in at the end, it will be seen for what it is. I'm not worried about it for you guys. We have the Hierophant, which is listening to the small, still voice within, relying on traditions, the Akashic records, wisdom from previous lifetimes, wisdom from this lifetime. Power. So protecting your power. You know, in some cases, this card can be negative in that you close yourself down because you're, in your little, square house with the moat around it. No one's going to get to you unless you let them in. And for some people, that can be a negative, actually, because they need to get out into the world. They need to experience things. But Pisces, not necessarily. Pisces is experiencing all kinds of things. Pisces has to remember to put the walls up and have, not necessarily live here 24/7, but have a space for this. And then there's lust, which is the strength card in this deck. But it is really about passion and being able to control your passions so that you can create something. So pretty intense reading, guys. Not negative, but certainly intense. So Pisces, stand strong. Put your boundaries up. Connect to spirit. If it is some sort of addiction that you need to overcome, you have the strength. You have the ability to do it. As long as you stay connected to spirit, because that will be your refuge. That spirit will give you all the information you need to make it through, if you remember to trust that part of yourself. All right, well, whew, November is an intense month, so it kind of makes sense that these are the cards that came up. But you're strong enough to do it. All right, Pisces, have yourself a great month. Like, subscribe. I'm going to be starting a beginner's astrology course again. If you're interested in taking that with me, it's a 6-week course. We'll have it on consecutive Mondays. I believe I'm starting at the first week of November, but it might be the second week of November. It depends on how the class fills up. Yeah, so if you enjoy my kind of astrology, we start from the very beginning. If you know astrology pretty well, it's always nice to take a beginner's course, because you always learn something new. Very often I will take a beginner's class. I'll take something that I know about, just to get a different perspective on it, so it's good. All right, guys, I hope to see you. I'll definitely see you next month for the Tarot Scopes for December 2021. Until then, enjoy your November, the intensity of your November. You're strong enough to do it. And namaste. Much love.